Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It finally happened. What, Emil? NATO member states provide Ukraine with helicopters. And who might that country be? UK. The Great Britain. Remember when I told you that NATO will provide Ukraine with everything but nuclear weapons. They got two more things to check mark. I think one is halfway there. I think they're already there, but it's not, excusez-moi, not in a statement. And that is, they need to deliver fighter jets and people on the ground fighting. Supposedly right now they just have military advisors and all that BS. I don't want to say guarantee, but my gut feeling tells me that, and I'm entitled to have one, tells me that there must be troops over there, military from NATO countries that actively take part in this Ukraine BS. Now, what's going on with the helicopters? Remember when I told you many times about my little model, mountain slope model? You start with little, and then you get to the end. Well, the end was this, was everything but nuclear weapons. That's all. And they are right there. They didn't start with that, if you remember, in February or March. They started with helmets, underwear, condoms, ladies of the night. This is what they started first. And then they got to, I don't know, ammunition, this kind, and then a little bit of this kind, and a little bit of this kind, and a little bit of bzz, bzz, bzz. Okay? And now they got to helicopters. They already got the tanks. The tanks, they got them from Slovenia, right? 80 of them. And there's going to be, next is going to be Abrams, it's going to be Leopard 2, right? From Germany. And right now is helicopters from the greatest Britain. Alright, so let's see what these guys are doing. They're sending the Sea Kings. Ooh, why not the Queens? I can feel some misogyny right here. This article comes from New Voice of Ukraine from the 23rd of November 2022. UK sending Sea Kings to Ukraine for the first time. BBC reports. Ooh la la, can you believe that? Yes, I can. Kind of late. They needed 11 months to get from nothing to from condoms to the helicopters. But anyway, maybe they overestimate the population level, because obviously this was made for people so they don't figure things out. Instead of just starting from hey, we're gonna give them fighter jets right now, we're gonna give them helicopters right now and troops on the ground. Now they have to little by little, and not to upset the Russians too much. Well, the Russians knew that as well. United Kingdom is sending 3 Sea King helicopters. Just the beginning, when you go slow, you start slow. Or if you want to be rough, that's a different story. But these guys are slow. All right, this is what you do when you do it for the first time, right? Slow. Nice and easy. So the United Kingdom is sending 3 Sea King helicopters and 10,000 artillery rounds as part of a new package of military aid to Ukraine, the BBC reported on November 23rd, referring to the British Defense Secretary Ben Wallace. Is that the same guy with freedom, right? With what's his name? Mel Gibson? Is that the same guy? Anyway, maybe he's related. He revealed the details at a meeting of allies in Oslo, Norway. Sea King helicopters were primarily designed for performing anti-submarine warfare missions. It's known that Russia uses submarines for launching Calibre missiles that they don't have anymore, right? That are especially hard to intercept due to the unknown exact starting point. Of course, the first helicopter has already arrived in Ukraine, the report says. Welcome, baby doll. You can see there. Ukraine crews underwent Ukraine crews. Ooh, you believe that? I don't. I'm not a believer. Ukrainian crews underwent 6 weeks training in the UK to fly and maintain the aircraft. Do you think 6 weeks will be enough? I can't tell you. I didn't fly a helicopter yet, but I don't think it's not about flying it. That's, you have to do all kind of maneuvers. That's isn't that a war helicopter? He has to coordinate with some. Anyway, man. Anyway, this is gonna be like the war in Korea. Remember the war in Korea? When I think it was Korea, wasn't it? Yeah. When it was the 50 something. That, yeah, I think it was when the Russians came with the MiG-15, that beautiful MiG, if you remember it. And these guys were intercepting these guys being the guys in the south with their advisors and Americans and everybody else, intercepting the conversation between the pilots from the North Koreans, and they were speaking Russian. So why? Because they were Russian pilots on Russian MiGs. The same here. It's okay. They went and they trained 6 weeks. 6-week training. Wow. Good. Maybe it's possible. I'm just very suspicious minds here, if you know what I mean. It is the first military piloted aircraft sent by the UK since the war began that we know of. Yes, the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, here we go here, the clown is right here, repeatedly visited Kiev and met with President Volodymyr Zelensky. New British Prime Minister Maharishi Sunak also pledged allegiance, his support to Ukraine, and has allegedly visited the Ukrainian capital city. He announced a new military aid package for Ukraine worth of, ready my British friends, it is 50 million. I was like, what a 50 million pounds, almost $60 million to strengthen Ukraine air defense as a main priority. And there are going to be some others, right? It included 120 special anti-aircraft guns, radars, and anti-drone equipment. On November 9, the UK announced it would provide Ukraine with an additional 1,000 surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, for strengthening the protection against Russian strikes on energy infrastructure. Now, I have a question. Lately, which is I don't know, a month or so, the Russians are blowing up everything over there. Their missiles go and destroy the infrastructure of Ukraine. Ukrainians claim that, are you playful now? Ukrainians claim that, hey, we have a very good ratio of missiles that we destroy, the Russian missiles, like about 80% from my little miscalculations, 80 and up. Now, these guys send so many things that it would make you think that everything is done. The Russians supposedly don't have missiles anymore, but they cause a lot of destruction in Ukraine. The Ukrainians receive so many anti-aircraft, everything, but the guys still destroy targets in Ukraine, like big time. How is that possible? You say the enemy is a tard, doesn't have ammunition anymore, is running low, it doesn't have precision. We, on the other hand, we receive so many million of whatever artillery shells, hundreds of thousands, and this and this and that and that continuously, and they still destroy our country. Something is not kosher, let's put it this way. Oh my. So that's what it is here. Britain is also providing the Ukrainian military with additional winter equipment, including heavy-duty sleeping bags and mats, as well as heated accommodation and cold weather clothing. I guess all you guys over there in Great Britain have that already given by the government, right? Right. Anyway, so here it is. Very good. The first 3 helicopters. I would like to applaud you guys. And the next ones is going to be some little... I'm 99% certain. I mean, unless the war ends. If the war ends pretty soon, in about a month, then you won't see aircraft going over there. Or maybe you see it in the spring if they don't cut the crap with the war. But good job, good job. Now on my little list, it's one more thing I have to check. That's all. Because I said, troops, I think they're already there. But anyway, it's not official. Like, they're official, but supposedly do other stuff. Remember the Americans sent, I can't remember how many, like 1,000 or something, was it? I don't want to say, but I think 1,000 people that they will control to make sure that the arms that they sent to Ukraine finally gets to the Ukrainians, not to on the black market. After 9 months or whatever months, they finally send these guys to inspectors, and they are military inspectors, so they carry, you know what I mean. Anyway. So this is it. 3 helicopters. That's just the beginning. Now everybody's going to be looked at by Zelensky and is going to say, hey, you cough up helicopters. You, how about you? How about you? If we die, it's all about you. And it's all because of you. That's what he is from the very beginning. Unbelievable. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.